Let's start with the comment from Coach.
You know what? Kind of an odd game. I liked how our special teams performed tonight after our first 2 power plays. I didn't think we created a tremendous amount, and I thought they were doing a good job of defending. Came out of the first period zeros, and then I thought when we had our opportunities on the power play, we made a couple of real nice plays. We started to share it on end zone entries, and then once we got in the zone, I thought we moved it around a little bit. A couple of real nice plays, the one from Yaremko to Lutz for the one-timer, and then the backdoor play to Napravnik was a real nice goal. And, I thought we didn't do a lot to create the other team's offense, which was good.
Shane, you have a question?
On your power play, is it just a matter, especially the way they were playing defensively, just having a little bit more room out there, able to operate, make some plays that you weren't able to make 5-on-5?
You know what? I thought our guys, the game was a little bit of a microcosm of our first 2 power plays. We'd get it, we'd hold on to it until we ran out of real estate, and then it'd either get, it'd go into no man's land where it'd be a 50-50 puck, or it'd go under their tape. And, once we started to support some pucks and give guys outlets, and we got our head up and found some different people, I thought we were able to spread them out and find some seams, and we're going to have to do a better job of that 5-on-5 tomorrow.
Napravnik gets his goal last week, and for being maybe the size that he is, really doesn't seem to be afraid to be right in front of the net. He scores one right in front. I mean, get the other one on a tip on a rush. But what's his confidence level right now?
Well, I think pretty high. It should be. He's put a lot of work in. He's come in, and he's one of those guys that lets his actions speak. He doesn't say a tremendous amount. I think the guys like him because he's earned their respect. He's done the work that we've asked him to do, and he's a talented hockey player. He for a guy being in his freshman year, he likes to shoot a puck. Those guys are harder and harder to find nowadays, and you know what? He's been pretty successful at it in just the last couple of games.
Charlie Gerard got off to a really nice start last year, Mike, and his offensive production sort of tailed off a little bit as the season went along. He scored another goal tonight, second of the year, and I'm just wondering about the natural progression that occurs. He's in his junior season now. The expectation is Charlie's going to start contributing more offensively this year?
I think his expectations are that, and it definitely has been the staff. I think I could have done a better job with him last year. And so I've tried to be a bit more patient and support him a little bit more, give him, everybody's going to make mistakes, and just continue to give him opportunities. And he's really taken advantage of that. I think he's starting to, the last weekend against North Dakota in a very, I'm going to say, a hostile environment, a difficult environment. Thought he played with a lot of poise, and he can just, his speed is threatening. He's not going to beat you up physically, but he can beat you with his feet. And I think I'd like to see his offensive game continue to grow. The great thing from my end is he's playing both ends of the rink. He's doing a good job offensively and defensively, and so that allows you the opportunity to play him.
You went with Matthias tonight. I know he only had 6 shots, but what did you see out of him tonight, and what does that mean going forward, goaltending-wise?
I'm going to have to look at the tape a little bit and see really how that game unfolded. I just, again, it goes back to, you and I have discussed a little bit earlier, he's got a maturity about him because he's been around, he's been in the league, he's played in the league, he's played against us, he's as prepared as an athlete as we have. Mentally and physically, just goes about his business, and so I'm happy for him to get his first shutout. I think the guys were happy to surround him in that, and I'm sure he'll have he'll have some things to work on, because he always does. And I thought he did a pretty good job of playing the puck tonight. Probably out there a little too often for me, but again, that goes back to I'm probably going to have to take a look at that and see where that was at.
How different did this game feel? I mean, I know it was one thing that it's scoreless in the first period compared to the first 4 games that had, I think, 13 goals in the first periods. What was different in general about maybe the style of this game compared to those first 4 games?
Oh, you know what? It's just it seemed like there was a lot of play, dots to dots, and what I mean by that is from our defensive zone dots to the offensive zones, the offensive zone dots. I thought there was some feeling out of both teams in the first period, and there wasn't a lot of flow to the game where guys were holding on and trying to make plays. I just thought there wasn't a lot of possession, whether it was them or us, in the first period. And so it's something we're trying to work on, get better at. We're going to have to be better at it tomorrow, where we can, use our possession with our feet, protect some pucks, try and make them defend. And, the good thing is I think we drew some penalties because of that tonight, which allowed us to get on the power play, and I don't want to lose that just because the power play scored. There's a process of how we got the power play, which is important.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
You bet.